Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Ready. Hand read. Mike's by 4. Come up the ball hard. Echo.
Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And his first look is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Right there.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Murray going to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in week 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try to keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Left hash. Tight dog.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Switch.
Front it. Check 3. Check.
Bang out. Bam.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Yeah. I'll go special. I'll go special. Nice.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
They cannot block us. Let's go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Screen play. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
It's our time.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
I got him.
Joker, 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 Joker. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's go, let's go.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
380. 51's the mic.
Hey, let's go double count right here, double count.
Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. He's crashing.
Front left, front left.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Here's Carson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in his first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on the opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On the double. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Hey, check 24.
On play action, it's Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Check 99.
On first down, it's Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Slam. Check.
Good job right there.
This is Carson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
0-0.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Get ready.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Alert.
Quick edge. Come. Check. Fresno.
They'll run on first down. Carson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you, punk.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
What? 280.
We'll go 25's the mic. I got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped a double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. It's end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ready. 70, Indy. 2-6.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50,
Now on 2nd and 16. Murray dancing to his left. And an alley to run. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarran Reed, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get a field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go. 50's the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now. Let's go.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Shot.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 25 yards that time. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
From the 29, Wilson steps away to his left. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Run left. Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? 51 the mark.
Now Wilson on first down. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Sponge. No. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Friday.
Slam.
Check. Alert.
Now it's Carson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
All day, baby.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Out. Kill. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
They run it with Carson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it will set them back for second down.
Check, 43. You.
Now on second and 16. Wilson finding room inside the 40. This complete to Lockett. And down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Here we go.
Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Watch the run.
From the 36, Murray. Being chased out left. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Here we go.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To throw is Murray. Puts it to Fitzgerald. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th. And on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Murray. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Antonio Callaway, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Wilson. He's going to lock one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 57 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, alert. Safe. Alert, flare, alert.
18. Go, let's go.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I got one.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2 is not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game. Exactly the formula they need. Now, I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Here I come again.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray.
Here we go again.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Murray going to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw, it's Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To try again after the sack. Wilson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Strip the ball.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's get that ball.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ziggy Ansah in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and so he said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? They get out here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Yeah. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Okay, double up. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
Tackles.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert. Guys, it's our time.
To throw again is Wilson. Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You better bring
Wilson to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Sua Cravens with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Ready. And read.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Oh, dang, punt. Set up.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what